Nagkapawisan ako sa tax. Ang hirap kasing explain. Hello guys! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is me again, that's St. Louis or Nurse Mark Chow. Yes, Nurse Mark Chow. To those who are new in my channel, please guys, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't also forget the bell button. Lagi ko siya nakakalimutan sabihin. So please don't forget to click the bell button just so that you'll get updated once I uploaded a video. Parang napaka-importante, no? Pero please, para sa ekonomiya. Well, enough about that, guys. So, to those who are new in my channel, again, my name is Mark. I'm a registered nurse here in UK, in the Philippines, and of course in Abu Dhabi. Well, I'm not sure if it's still valid. Well, valid pa naman. Nakita ko, I just recently checked my professional license. It's still valid. Well, enough about that. For today's vlog, for ano nga ba ang vlog natin today? I just realized something that I keep on saying from my other vlogs. I keep on saying
Bang ship.
Bank ship. So guys, today's vlog, we're gonna talk about bank ships. Here, that's bank ship. Okay, again. Let's go ahead without further ado. By the way, guys, just a disclaimer, guys. I'm not gonna say that this is 100% true or 100% accurate, but I'm just sharing what I know regarding Bankship and the latest about Bankship, the new updates about the Bankship as well. What I'm going to personally share are the knowledge that I know, some knowledge that I learned from other, specifically the Bankship team. So let's start with the vlog. So let's start first with the term Bankship. For those who are confused what Bankship is, let's just say overtime shift, or let's just say extra shift. Doesn't necessarily mean that if we say I'm doing bank shift that I'm going in a bank or BDO, yung BPI, like that. Banco de Oro yung sa Philippines. It's not like that. So that's it. Hindi natin pahabain pa. Just the simple one, okay? Let's go to the second one. How does a bank shift works? Paano ba to? I want to make it simple. For starters, we have what we call our monthly salary. Allowance, sasabihin ko sana. If you're going for a bank shift, question is how will you get the salary from that bank shift? Will it be on your monthly salary or will it be given in other period of the week? There's two options for you to get the salary from your bank shift. First one is you can apply for a monthly payment. In short, the extra money that you'll get from your bank shift will be included on your monthly salary. I don't know about other trusts, but I think it's nationwide talaga, no? I think it's universal. The salary will be 27th of the month. If I did a bank shift within that month, then my salary for that bank shift will be added on my monthly salary. For the second option is weekly. For the weekly, if you did bank shift this week, you'll get it on the next week. May extra pera ka next week, diba? Ang saya. Meron ka pambili, meron ka mga panggala, ganun-ganon. May ano ka, the serve, mga ganyan-ganyan. Alam mo naman mga Pinoy, usually, deserve ko to, pinagtrabaho ko yan, ganyan-ganyan. Siyempre, of course, ganun naman talaga ang buhay. Well, anyway. And of course, if you're gonna do a bank shift, it's going to be your own choice. You could either do a bank shift on your existing ward or existing department, or maybe you can do a bank shift on other areas. Of course, syempre, question, other areas? Baka naman mga tanga ako dun, wala akong alam. Yeah, there's a tendency that you'll feel like that, and there's a tendency talaga na para kang, what's happening, where am I, what I'm doing, am I helping them? Yeah, you'll have that kind of situation. Of course, you can ask the new area that you're gonna do a bank shift. Let's say curious ka dito and you want to learn. You can go ahead a day before or a week before just to visit the area. Kasi may makilala kang Pinoy, hindi mas maigi. You can ask them what's happening here, etc. etc. Just like what I did. Hello, Sharina. Salamat sa'yo. At ako ay nagiging A&E nurse na rin. Puno. Yeah, let's continue. Nawala na ako. I just asked my friend there who explained to me how an A&E nurse does their routine. And from there, na-build up na din ako. So ngayon, I'm doing bank shift always in A&E, sometimes in other area, but not in ward. Because sabi ko nga, I can't deal ward work. Let's just say, ayoko na magsabi. Basta ayoko sa ward. That's it. There are some limitations, of course. You cannot do a shift on a special area like ICU or us in dialysis unless you're trained for that. Even operation theater, OT. OT kasi tawag na dito, hindi na sabing OR, no? Operation room in the Philippines, OT, operation theaters. Yeah, common sense na lang why. Anyway, so that's how a bank shift works. Okay, for the third one, what is the difference on a monthly basis or in a weekly basis? I'm talking about the money. It all boils down in tax. I'm not expert in that type of vlog or topic or content because I'm not sure as well, but I have some bit of information I would like to share. Sabi ko nga, let's make it simple. There would be a different taxation for a monthly basis to a weekly basis. It's not that too high unless you're doing a tremendous amount of bank shit, like you're not really dealing with yung mga gusto mong enjoy sa buhay. Pakadala ng bank. So, for sure, you're gonna be in trouble. For a monthly, that is the most ideal way. So, mas okay talaga if you're gonna opt into a monthly based salary for a bank rather than a weekly. Well, anyway, like me, I'm a weekly based. I opt in for a weekly because I want a short-term happiness. So, I've noticed when I'm doing a weekly, when I'm getting money from a weekly bank shift, that my salary for my monthly, the main salary, the tax is really high. It's really high as it affected talaga, like more than 200 to 300 tax ang na-add from my monthly salary. So, ang liit lang nakukuha ko. That's the bad thing about it. The thing is, there's a computation. It's really hard. I will try to explain it in simple way. So let's say you're doing once a week bank shift. That would get you an extra 250 pounds per week. Let's say you did for once a week for a month. Just add it up, 250, 250, 200. So that's 1,000. So here in UK, for nurses who are band 5, whether you are pay scale of 1 or pay scale of 7 or the highest pay grade, our salary ranges from 28,000, about 27,000 to 34 to 35,000 pounds per year. And based on that, we are under the taxation of 20%. Yes, 20% ang tax ng mga band 5 nurses here in UK. As long as you don't exceed 50,000 pounds a year or annually, you will stay at 20% level of taxation. Kasi after ng 20%, that's 40. Ewan ko ba't walang 30? Or maybe, hindi ko lang din alam. Kasi 40 na agad wala nang 30-30. So, from 20%, we're gonna go higher to 40, which is really taas na ng tax. So, you need to control your income per year just below 50,000. Nakakainis, no? Yun yung kiniinisan ko. Segue lang. Yun yung kiniinisan ko dito. You're working hard, but you're getting higher tax compared to those who are not working hard and they're getting something. Wala. Ano ko na lang yun. Etos ko na lang yun. Yeah, anyway, balik tayo. If you're gonna think about it, if let's say I'm getting my annual salary is 30,000 pounds a year. If I'm gonna go follow my trajectory of extra 1,000 per month, so that's 1,000 times 12. Basically, that's 12,000. If you add that 30,000 plus 12, so I'm getting like 42. So, ligtas ako. I'm safe na hindi ako mataksan above 20%. So, at least control it. For the weekly naman, there's a bit of confusion here. Every time I try to clarify this to let's just say, the people who deals with it, I'm always getting a different answer. Because there's always an issue if you're trying to opt in to a weekly basis of bank shift. So what's happening is, if you try to do a bank shift, let's say first week or second week of the month, you don't have any issues. But if you did bank shift on the third week of the month, what's happening is, in the system, your weekly bank shift from the third week will be deducted as same as the tax being deducted in your monthly salary. Magulo siya, di ba? Huwag natin paguluhin. The weekly bank shift salary is not being deducted by tax. If it's being deducted, it's really less. Maliit lang siya. Maliit lang yung tax na natanggal sa bank shift. But if you try to do bank shift on the third week of the month, whichever month it is, you'll notice na ang taas-taas ng salary. Like, you're getting 20 pounds or 30 pounds from your bank shift na ginawa for the third week of the month. Kasi the system sees that shift as your normal shift, which is 20% tax. I would say that don't do bank shift on the third week of the month, but if you really want to do a bank shift, talk to the maybe line manager or the nurse in charge regarding your submitting of your rota. Try to talk to them. Don't submit it yet. Submit the shift that you've done after Friday. Kasi may cut-off sila. Let's say for this week, I did Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Until Friday, kung ano man yung tinake kong extra shift, I'll get that next week. But after Friday, I don't know what specific time on Friday, after Friday, you'll get that on the second week. That's how it goes. So if you're gonna do a bank shift on the third week, make sure to ask your nurse in charge or whoever the line manager is to don't submit your shift yet, submit it after Friday. Sometimes, mababait sila. Sometimes, alam nila yung kalakaran. But sometimes, hindi ko rin naman sure kasi I never did that. I just let it be. Kasi, basta may reason ako why. I'm gonna explain that later on. Ang haba na ito, no? Nasa third pa lang. Yeah. So, I think I explained it clearly. So, let's go to the fourth one. Fourth na sa wakas. Mag-move on tayo. Lagi na tayo hindi nag-move on eh. Mga tao nga naman. Well, guys, just quite recently, I think this year, NHS, I don't know if it's just NHS. So NHS introduced an application which is called Wage Stream. So I'm not trying to advertise this, guys. I'm just trying to let you know. I'm sharing information. So to those bank workers who are doing monthly basis or weekly basis, log in. If you try to log in, or if you try to subscribe, or if you try to whatsoever, yun na. But if you try to register, you register na lang in Wage Stream. If you did your bank shift, then Friday came, even though you don't have the payslip, because payslip comes in by Tuesday. Two things to remember, guys, by the way. If you're a bank nurse, you'll be checking your every Tuesday, and you'll be happy on Friday. That's my two things that you need to remember coming from me. So again, going back to Wage Stream. So Wage Stream, even though you haven't even, hindi pa nakikita yung payslip mo. Once Monday comes, maybe even Saturday or Sunday, once it comes and it was submitted, your rota for the shift was submitted already. It's not finalized. Submitted. If it's submitted, once you check the Wage Stream app, you will see the amount that you get. Yes, makikita mo na siya agad. Ngayon, the good thing about it is pwede mo na siyang i-withdraw. Yes, pwede mo na siyang i-withdraw without even waiting for the Friday. Kasi Friday nga is the pay day for weekly basis. But, the thing is, you cannot withdraw all. It will only show you the normal pay grade that you will gonna get without showing if it's enhanced or if it's bank, holiday, or if it's surge or night shift. Mga ganun. Kasi may night differential tayo dito, just like BPO. It will only show you the amount of salary that you will get as a normal one. So you won't see if nasan yung mga added na mga enhanced payment or even your night shift differential. You won't see that. But of course, remember, once you decided to withdraw the money, you need to pay 1.75 or 1.5 pounds per transaction. Yes, you need to pay it. So, parang ano na lang din yun. Let's just say, syempre, lahat ng kailangan nyo rin kumita eh, gumawa ng application, di ba? So, they need to do that. So, understandable, right? If you really need the money na, yun naman na, emergency, gano'n na nga, like me, lagi ako may emergency, lagi na lang, laging short, mga ganyan eh. Buhay nga natin eh. Ay, naku, kaya nga ako nagbabank, right? Anyway, enough. So, yeah, that's a good thing about the Wage Stream. I haven't really, checked all the things that you can do in the Wage Stream, but I know that you can also put rainy day, parang meron ka dong pot, rainy day pot. You can actually, I think the Wage Stream will put a certain amount of money depending on what amount you want to put on the pot as an emergency fund. it will automatically put the amount of money that you decide or that you set para may emergency fund ka. Parang ganda, no? Yeah. So, that's it. That's the wage stream app. Parang binibridge niya yung monthly and weekly bank workers that they can really control the money that they'll get. So, ang ganda niya in a sense, right? Good to have it, guys. I recommend it. So, let's go to the number 5. Let's talk about now the maximum hours by rule that we are allowed to work per week. So let's make it short. We are only allowed to work maximum of 60 hours per week. Most of the contract for nurses, international nurses, I'm not sure about all, but most of us have a 37.5 hours per week. If you're gonna do a bank shift, as long as you're not gonna exceed more than 60, you're allowed to do it in a week. Now, question would be, what if you're in annual leave? For example, me, I'm annual leave this week. I don't have any plans, so I decided to do, because it's 7 days, I decided to do 4 bank shifts this week. Kasi wala naman akong gagawin. I don't have anything to do. And now, someone told me that I cannot do that because even though I'm in annual leave, I'm already taking, because paid na nga ako nun eh. Paid na ako even leave. Nakalive ako pero I'm paid. And that total week is 37.5 hours already, even though I'm in annual leave. Or even though I'm not working, I'm still paid 37.5 hours. Now, if you're gonna do 4 days na bank sa annual leave mo, it's not going to be allowed because it's going beyond 60 hours, which is true. If you're gonna think about it, totoo naman. It made me think, initially I canceled 2 of those shifts, and then I talked to the person or the team who's in charge with booking of the bank shift. I talked to them regarding it. At i-share ko to based sa kanila ha, sa nakuha ko sa kanila. This is the explanation. The system is designed so that we won't exceed for 60 hours. Kasi you have 2 ways to book a bank shift. You can just either book it by yourself, so that's going to the internet, check your employee online, your roster, your rota, then book it. That's one way. Another way is you can just call them and, hi, can we book a bank shift, so on and so forth. They could book it for you. That's no problem as well. The system is designed to flag anyone who's exceeding 60 hours. But if anyone is annual leave for a week, or let's say 4 days or 5 days, whatsoever, 2 weeks, they can exceed the 60 hours. Kasi nga, it is designed not because of the money, it is designed for the nurses to have rest. Ayaw nila mag-overwork ang mga nurse, ang mga tao. So that's why it is designed like that. And if you're annual leave, basically you're just resting now. You're just resting. You don't have anything to do. If I'm planning to do 4 days a bank, the system will not flag it as, bawal. Kasi nga, I'm resting. So I'm doing something na okay lang. So I told them, will it be any problem? Will I get into trouble? No. As in a solid no. They even confirmed it to other co-workers, and they said, yeah, there's no problem with it because the system is allowing it. So yeah, just want to share. Again, I'm not maybe, hindi nga naman talaga, bawal naman. Maybe ako yung mali, maybe silang mali. But again, that's the information I got, and I'm just sharing it because vlog ko to. It's up to you guys if you're gonna take it with a grain of salt. It's up to you. Okay? Let's go back to tax. Ito na naman tayo. Nagkapawisan ako sa tax. Ang hirap kasing explain. Once you register, and then you did 1 bank shift, and then you stop doing it, or maybe even though you haven't done any bank shift, you'll get a weekly amount of 30, that ranges from 30 pounds to 50 pounds or 48 pounds. So magkataka ka, bakit ako, why am I getting this money? I just registered in a bank. That's it. I didn't do anything. I just registered. Why am I being paid? Is it like a standby bank shift perks? That's what I thought first. And then I tried to ask the authority that handles it, and they explained it like this. Our salary again is based as a monthly one. We're talking about our normal salary. Whether if you registered as weekly or you registered as monthly, there will be some kind of adjustment. Sometimes, let's say, glitch or issue. Ang nangyayari, if the system thinks that you are being deducted more because yung weekly nga na registration mo shouldn't be 20%. It should be less than 20%. So I don't know how much. Basta less than 20% lang. Napakalit lang ng tax ng weekly na income mo. Sometimes wala pang tax. Ang nangyayari, even though you're not doing anything, since meron kang weekly record na bank shift at meron ka another monthly record, the system thinks that you are being taxed more. That's why it's trying to rebate you a certain amount of money. Ang gulo, di ba? Basta, yun na yun. Yung system, let's say the system thinks that you are doing weekly even though you have monthly as well. Ang nangyayari, pagtingin ng system, dapat wala tong tax. Dapat less lang ang tax na itong tao na to. Let's return a tax rebate. Magbigay tayo na dyan para ma-cover natin yung sobrang tax na yung kukunin natin. Kasi weekly to eh. So, saan kinukuha yun? Doon din yung kukunin sa monthly mo. If you note, manonotice mo na lang, pagdating ng monthly salary mo, yung medyo tumaas ang tax. Nagdagan ka ng 150, sometimes 200 na tinatanggal sa'yo. Kasi kinuha na yun, binalik sa'yo agad. Parang, yun nga, kinain lang yun at binigay lang sa'yo na maaga. Pero kukunin din yun. So, ganun nangyayari. Walang problema yun. As long as alam mo lang yung kalakaran na yun, wala kang problema. Ma-anticipate mo. Pero if you're thinking about is an extra money, hindi. Just a thing to remember, okay? No, overtax ba? There's a tendency, if you're on a weekly basis, you're getting overtaxed. If you're gonna do the third week shift as a bank, of course, you're gonna get that the following week, which is the week of your monthly salary. Tendency is higher ang matatax sa'yo, malaki makukuha sa'yo. Yes, that's the problem. But then again, guys, take it from me. Again, don't take it from me. No, I mean, this is based on my experience, okay? Kung naman yung overtax na kinuha sa inyo, whatever the amount is, you're gonna get that on the following week again. Whatever amount overtax that they've taken from your salary will be rebated on the following week. Just a thing to remember, they won't rebate it as full amount, whatever, if it's overtaxed. Sometimes if it's overtaxed to 200, 300, they will not give it right away like that. Sometimes it's being staggered nila. At least, ibabalik din sa'yo. So, you won't, as long as you keep that in mind, wag kayong malungkot. Like me, I'm really pissed off. Sabi nga, sometimes if I'm getting that kind of situation. But I'm thinking about, anyway, I'm just gonna get it next week. I'm just letting it be. Sometimes, magugulat na lang ako. I'm just expecting this amount because I only did a short shift. And then suddenly, mataas. Because I got it. Yun yung before ko pa. So, I'm happy with it. So, it's fine, right? Just think positively na lang. Huwag na mga puro reklamo. Although, masarap magreklamo. Totoo. It's really fun. That's how people are made, right? You need to. There are so many things na ayaw natin sa buhay. Again, just think positively. Okay? Just a heads up, guys. If you're planning to do bank, this is how it goes. You're gonna choose a department, an area you want to go for a bank. But unfortunately, it will happen, and it's not really rare to happen. Sometimes the sister or the charge nurse will ask you, "Hi, Mark. Sorry, but are you okay going to this place because they're really short of staff rather than doing it here?" Yes, it could happen. So rather than doing your bank shift there, you are being transferred to do bank shift somewhere else. Question is, are you gonna say yes? Kayo, what do you think? Well, it's entirely up to you guys. There's a circulating email as of now. I'm not sure if it's just Leeds NHS, maybe it's for all NHS around United Kingdom. They're not trying to say that you don't have any rights to refuse, because you do have right to refuse. But they're just trying to encourage you not to do it, because they're gonna tell you it's because of patient safety, because of staff shortages and whatsoever, and so on and so forth. They have a point, but if you're gonna think about it, you're doing the bank shift because you're comfortable to do a shift on that place, and there's a reason why you're doing it there. You didn't book a bank shift just to be thrown out somewhere wherein entirely you don't know. What if you're being thrown out in a place wherein you don't really know how the routine goes, so it defeats the purpose of the safety issue. If they're gonna tell you that if you refuse, that specific department that they're trying to fill in will suffer safety issues. But if you're going in there without knowing anything, it's the same thing. There will be safety issues because, again, you don't know the area unless you're okay with it. That's the main point. But there's one more thing, just like what happened to me, and I'm really, well, again, I'm just thinking positively. It happened to me. I'm doing a bank shift here and it's in an enhanced pay. So enhanced, it's more than the basic pay per hour. Tatanga-tanga ako, bait-bait ko kasi. Ang bait-bait ko kasi talaga eh. The band 7 asked me if I'm willing to go to some other department. So ako naman, dahil ako kasi wini-welcome ko yung mga challenges. I'm trying to welcome anything. If it's new and if it's not ward, I'll go. And then I realized, I've just read the email, nalimutan ko lang din eh. Yung pinanggalingan ko na area, enhanced pala doon. Mas tinapon ako sa area na hindi enhanced. What made me angry? Angry ba? Oh yeah. Disappoint lang ako kasi they promised me na they're in that department that I've been thrown to is enhanced as well. Which is no, it's not. Kakainis, no? It's a lesson learned. At least I learned something new in a positive way, and I learned something new in a negative way. Yeah. So yeah, just be prepared. That would happen, and it's up to you entirely. Okay? Ano na, last na to. If you're gonna ask me between weekly or monthly, ano ba? Ano ba mas maganda? Personally, kailangan ko sumaya every week. Guys, let's face it. Money can buy happiness. Charot. Yeah! As long as you're not a slave to money. I have 4 kids. 2 of them are already teenagers. And 2 are still studying primary. I need money just to sustain everything, of course. We're trying to save kasi syempre my ILR, my citizenship, not to mention we still need to renew our visa next year. So we need money. And without money, sad talaga. So money, with money can buy happiness. Huwag na tayo mag-hypocrite, right? Again, if I'm gonna choose, napalayo na. If I'm gonna choose, I want weekly basis. But since this wage stream came in, I'm thinking about switching to monthly basis now. Again, guys, by the way, guys, just another pahabol. If you switch to monthly from the get-go, if you register in the bank, you cannot go for a weekly. That's a problem. But if you go for a weekly first, you have a choice to go to a monthly basis. So that's the information that you need to know if you're gonna register. Again, try to do weekly first, and then if you have enough of it, go to monthly. Yeah, I think that's it. That's the vlog for tonight. I hope I did explain it in a clear way. Again, I'm not an expert with this. I'm just trying to share what I know of and to be helpful through the YouTube. Anyway, guys, if there's something wrong or something na mali sinabi ko, you are free to correct it. I don't mind. Just put it in the comment section, okay? Yeah, so thank you guys for listening. And again, this is Dutson Toys or Nurse Mark. Thank you for watching my vlog, and hopefully for the next one as well. Bye-bye!